everyone, AndreaProeber here with Great Expectations Realty. So today is What's Up Ocala Day. One thing that I definitely want to bring is I am like kind of on pins and needles right now because we are like 8 subscribers shy of 1,000 subscribers. And I don't know if you guys know how much of a big deal this is to me. We literally set this goal, my husband and I, like a year ago, and I was like, I barely got 100 subscribers. I am never gonna get 1,000 subscribers. Here we are like a year later and we have 1,000 subscribers, and you guys are like talking and chatting with me and, you know, phone calls and emails and stuff, and it's just so incredible. So definitely want to say a huge thank you. Also want to remind you that as a thank you, I have created a blooper reel, my daughter's idea, so of course I put her in it as well. So as soon as we hit that 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to go ahead and release that. It's already uploaded and ready to go on YouTube. I worked really hard on it, so hopefully you guys will get a good giggle at my expense, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. But I do want to say thank you so much to the people that have been so incredibly supportive out there. You guys know who you are, and I appreciate it so much. All right, so in case you were wondering, here in Ocala, if you can get a sunburn while it's cloudy outside, the answer is yes. Yes, you can. In fact, it's worse because you don't feel it until you feel it. Plus, it's like, I don't know, something with being in the clouds or whatever, the sun going through the clouds, it's basically through water, so it kind of magnifies it. So no, I was not at the beach. No. This is spring break. We stay away from the beach when you, like, seriously, everybody's down there. I heard like Miami Beach had to close because everybody was down there and acting a fool. So whew, yeah, no. Okay, so you can get a sunburn in your backyard, just saying. What is that? Oh, guess what? Cruises. Royal Caribbean is doing cruises for anyone that's vaccinated. And wow, the rates are so super cheap. So even though we have not been vaccinated yet, is it vaccinated? It's a vaccine, right? So anyway, we haven't been vaccinated yet, but we were like, you know what? Probably by the time we do this cruise, we're probably good to go. So we went ahead and booked a cruise in December, so we're kind of excited about that. But y'all, seriously, if you already got your vaccine, you might as well just go ahead and take advantage of those rates. I mean, they are like super low. So yeah, we're just doing a 4-day, so nothing too overly exciting. But you know, it is kind of because we haven't had the ability to do a cruise in like forever and a day. So really excited about that one, and super cheap. You know, I'm all about spending like as little as possible. So I was just talking to somebody that, like, you know, just sold like their $1 million California home, and I was like unaware, I guess, and I was talking to him about what you can do to like rehab lighting fixtures and for like $15. And then I'm like, he's like, yeah, we normally spend a few $100s on a lighting fixture. And I'm like, I can't even imagine spending a few $100s on a lighting fixture. I'm just like, okay. And then I saw the house they rehabbed. I'm like, I'm just gonna go drink my off-brand coffee now and shut up. If y'all want to know how to rehab a lighting fixture for $15, I'm your girl. All right, so I want to kind of talk about some of the stuff going on in Ocala. There is so much stuff going on down here. It is incredible. The downtown market, which is basically, they used to have the farmers market and stuff over on the square, and then it got really big, and they were like, let's give it its own devoted space. So they actually do. It's like just literally walking distance from the actual square. You have like this big open, it kind of reminds me of a massive run-in for horses. It's like this big kind of building. Anyway, so overhang. So it looks really nice, and there's like a little playground for the kids right there, and there's normally some food trucks there and all sorts of stuff. It's really neat. So anyway, the farmers market is on Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2. And it used to be just Saturdays, I think. But anyway, but you can also do food truck, which those are food trucks are allowed to be parked there Tuesday through Saturday, which is really cool because that gives you a lot more options, especially for lunch. There's only a few restaurants down on the square. I mean, if you're working there and living there and stuff, you know, options are kind of nice. Plus, we have some like seriously bougie food trucks around here. Like really, So they're really good. So just, you know, other options. So if you actually make it down to the square, it's probably a good idea. So anyway, there is another farmer's market as well over on over at Circle Square Commons. It's over kind of on top of the world type thing. And it's there Thursday from 9 a.m. Sorry, my sunburn is itching. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Thursdays. So, I mean, really, if you're doing any kind of, you know, farmer market type stuff, you know, like plants or obviously fruits and vegetables or baked goods or grass-fed beef or any kind of, you know, goat cheese, something like that, soaps, artwork, stuff like that, there's a lot of opportunities here to actually, you know, showcase what you're doing. So really, really nice for that. Have you guys seen, I saw this, I was just dying. Have you seen over at Tuscaloosa Park? It is hilarious. They've got puppy Pilates going on. And you basically you bring your yoga mat or whatever, so you're not like, you know, in the grass, but the puppies and the people are doing Pilates together. And it's hilarious. So, you know, bring some treats for your dog and stuff. They get to like socialize and everything. I don't know. Whatever. It's the Ocala Parks and Recreation thought this was going to be a great idea, but it is hilarious because, of course, they're trying to get the dogs to do this stuff too. So really funny. I think it's like $5 or something, but definitely go and do that. I wrote down what time. Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. If nothing else, just go get you some coffee or something and sit down and watch because I think it's great. I keep forgetting to I'm like, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to show them this really cool, it's kind of like a pub, I guess, it's called a speakeasy. So basically back, you know, during the time when you weren't supposed to be drinking and there were like clubs and stuff that were like on the down low and they were doing the drinking and stuff. Anyway, so we have one and it's called The Keep, and you may have, there's no sign or anything like that, not really. And it's just this door and it has like this thing where they open it and like there's these iron bars in front of, I'll take you guys over there sometime with like video and stuff. But you can't get in unless you have the passcode. I'm not joking. They will not let you in. It doesn't matter if you say you're friends of the owner or nothing. They will not let you in unless you have the password, which the password is on their Facebook group. Every week it changes. So just because you have last week's password doesn't mean nothing. You got to go back on. It's really cool. So I'm going to definitely get a video of that, but I just wanted to kind of like tell you guys about it because everybody's like, well, why haven't you done The Keep yet? Why haven't you done The Keep yet? There's only one of me, okay? There's a lot of really cool stuff in Ocala. So, you know, give a girl a chance. I'll get there. Anyway, there is, but they have like a jam night there. So that's why it kind of, it's Local Boys over there. Gonna be, I think it's every third Thursday they have a jam night. So maybe I'll get there to this one coming up. It'll be this week, I think. Yeah, it would. Okay, so there's something going on called Guns and Hoses, which I thought was quite clever, the name. I didn't come up with it. But so Saturday, March 27th. So this Saturday coming up, they've got Ocala Main Street at the MCSO Training Complex. There is a 5K at 7 a.m., which anybody can join. And they have like a SWAT challenge you can watch, and there's like a kids zone, and there's like first responder vehicles on display. So if you ever want to see what's in the back of an ambulance without having to see what's in the back of an ambulance, you can go and check it out. It would be kind of nice for kids to, you know, like check that stuff out too. So just in case there is an emergency, they'll know basically what's going on. Maybe it won't be quite as scary for them, hopefully. I mean, you never know. So it's been a few years, but over in Citrus County, they actually have Beat the Sheriff race. There's like a 5K, and you get like a special prize if you can outrun the sheriff, which I thought was very clever too. But yeah, so I did that 5K with my daughter. Okay, it starts out like straight, and then immediately goes up these massive hills. I was like, straight from the start, I was like, oh, this is gonna kill me. This is, and there's my 6-year-old just gone, you know. It was with her school and stuff, they were all doing it, and I mean, she was just gone. She was doing laps literally between me and her teachers, and like coming back and getting her water bottle. I was basically the water holder is what I was. I was more walking than running, let's be honest. But yeah, so it was really cool though, because the fire department shows up and they want to like beat the sheriff too, to show how great the fire department is as compared to the sheriff. I guess, I don't know. There's apparently a little bit of competition. But this one firefighter showed up in full gear. Like, have you ever seen how heavy that stuff is? I mean, even their boots are like that thick. He ran in his boots, the tanks, everything full. I have no idea who it was because he was literally full mask and everything. And yeah, he smoked me. No, he really did. He beat the sheriff. He beat everybody. I was like, how in the world? I can't even walk a 5K with all of that stuff on me without like, you know, passing out. He ran it. Okay. He was like one of the first to win. I mean, it was crazy. I was like, I'm just hoping to not die. Like, that's just me and my sneakers are having great. But yeah. Yeah. I like the little pun. He smoked us. Yeah. Anyway, maybe my daughter could have kept up with him. Me, no. That was back when she was like 6. Okay, so it's been a few years. But I don't even think I beat the sheriff, actually. So, yeah. He was like 20 years older than me, and I still was like, but I mean, you know he'd been practicing, because it's like an every year thing. So, but yeah, you gotta try and beat the sheriff. He did pretty good. Okay, March 31st at 6 p.m. over at the Drive-In movie theater. They're actually going to have a concert with Zach Williams, Mac Powell, and Kane. Tickets are actually per car, but they're asking to only do like 6 people per car max. So don't try and stick people in the trunk. That's not safe. But yeah, and don't like a minivan or something. Don't do that. Just pay the money for the car and just, yeah. Anyway, like, we're getting a concert, okay? Most people cannot go to a concert right now, so don't go crazy. All right, let's talk real estate, because I mean, really, you guys are really on here to talk real estate, right? Y'all don't want to hear me gab. Market Watch. We have 48 new listings, which is actually pretty good, and pending 54. I don't know if it's a little more equaled out because there's not as many listings, and so the market has slowed down, not because there's not enough buyers, but because there's just not enough houses. I know I have several buyers that I'm working with, and they just either have not won the offer, or they, you know, just haven't found the right house yet, and they're just waiting for something new to be on the market. So that is a distinct possibility. But yeah, it did definitely slow down. It's a little more even out this weekend. So today, as of today, they've got 48 new listings, 54 pending listings. Sold, we've got 25. Back on the market, 15. Uh-oh, somebody's financing didn't go through. Price decrease, 14. Price increase, 16. It's really weird. We've got 8 canceled. That's kind of crazy. And we have 4 expired. So this is looking more like a market from a year ago today. You know, that's a little more optimistic, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these listings. The prices are definitely still kind of high. But it does look like there's quite a few houses on here, which is great, because if we have just a bunch of vacant land or commercial properties that are coming out, those new listings don't really count as new listings as far as I'm talking about, because we're talking residential sales, right? So kind of interesting. There are some rentals as well, which is actually pretty rare, but I'd say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 single family homes up for rent is part of that as well. So that's kind of nifty, because we haven't had that much for rent right now. And I know for us, we have a few rentals as well available, which I was kind of surprised. So I'm like, okay, drop the price. If it doesn't rent, you got to drop the price until it's rented. Cannot sit there vacant. Bad things happen to vacant rentals. So you just get them rented quickly. So that's my philosophy. So yeah. What else? I think that's about it going on. I don't know what's going on in your world. Somebody turned the air conditioner on in Ocala again. So we do have some cooler weather, which it was like a little too cool for me, and it was like gray skies, and I'm like, oh great, I can actually spend some time in the garden because yeah, I'm thinking that I'm sharing a video with you about my garden. It's not done yet because it's like in stages, of course. And I'm really terrible at gardening, like really bad. I get busy with something else and I forget to water it and, you know, weed, and, you know, it's not like it's just like a one-time thing. You're like, okay, I planted all the flowers. All right. A few months later, you go out there and voila, it's all done. No, it's like a constant, consistent thing, which I'm not so great at, apparently. Maybe a few too many things going on. But yeah, so the garden is actually looking really good right now, in large part because I know I'm going to have it up on a video in the not too distant future. So a lot of questions have come in about gardening and what kind of soil we have here. We don't have soil, we have sand, which is great for septic tanks and water, and it's like basically a natural filtration system. Not so great for planting certain things. You know, the strawberries seem to love it. Tomato plants seem to love it. Mostly everything else is like, no, we need some dirt here. So we have to like bring in the dirt. So kind of interesting. I'm going with a different style garden this year. So hopefully you guys like it, but we'll get there. All right, I'm rambling, so I'm going to get off of here. You guys are going to probably have my hilarious video today because we only need like 8 subscribers. Let me check. I keep checking the numbers, like making sure that I'm not supposed to have already released the video. I'm trying to make sure I keep track of it. So as soon as we hit 1,000, it's done. Okay, nope, we're still at 992. So we'll see what happens once we have those 8 subscribers. Then we are going to go with that video, and it's pretty funny, I think, because I was pretty embarrassed all while I was editing it. My daughter was laughing so hard she was like crying. So hopefully you guys enjoy. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.